warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir. My name is Olivia Mulya Hartati with student number F1022111018 from PPAPK Regular B1 Plus class. In this change, I would like to create a video about the conference that I joined from the 1st of June until the 2nd of June. It's called the First International Conference on English Language Teaching Research and Practices, organized by TEFLIN Association of West Kalimantan Chapter. I would like to start with the theme that this conference will be discussed. The theme for the conference is Pedagogy, Creativity, and Innovation in Society 5.0. In the speaking for transactional function meeting class before the conference began, we learned how important it's to speak in front of many people in real circumstances, like in the conference. And my opinion after attending the conference is that I agree with the explanation about talking at the conference. Before the conference, our class was asked to create a breakout room group, and I was allocated to breakout room 2. There are 11 sessions on the first day and 11 on the second day, including the breakout room. I like to start by sharing my opinions on the first day of the conference. The conference room open at 9 until 9:13 p.m. with sponsored videos and an opening from the MC, conference director, and conference coordinator. At 10:13 until 11:10 EM, the keynote 1 began with Dr. Dia as Ciptaningrum MED, who talked about a topic entitled Pedagogy, Creativity, and Innovation in Language, Learning and Teaching, Navigating the Change. Indonesia is entering an era where a degree doesn't guarantee competence. We are living in the most uncertain time in the mankind, and can be seen from statistic data or IMF. The global economic is slowed down because of market and affected by a current event, health issues, climate change, war, and the skilled workforce is the key. What the world needs is entrepreneurs, not employees. And plenary 1 began to start with Budi Anissa, PhD, and Dr. Istiqomah as the speakers, and they talked about a topic entitled code switching and code mixing towards learns autonomy. If you speak multiple language, you are prone to some challenge, and they come very often. Be a multilingual person often mix up language. Have motivation to study a language is important. Multimedia availability is helpful for learning a foreign language. There are 3 types of learning strategies: linguistic, cognitive, and student autonomy. At the plenary 2 began to start with Dr. Bilal Qureshi, and as the speaker, he talked about a topic entitled Are Virtual Classes the Solution? Virtual Classroom Management Solution for COVID-19 Related Anxiety Issues. In the US, 37% 5% of high school students reported that they suffered from anxiety and depression during the pandemic. The number of girls high schoolers who suffer from anxiety and depression during the pandemic twice of the men high school students. Universities are allocating 5% of the budget to online infrastructure. 94% of students affected by the pandemic according to the data United Nation police brief that was published in 2020 and August. Students need practice in real conditions, not just virtually. And the keynote to begin with Dr. Asma Al-Sakaf as the speaker. She talked about a topic entitled Language Teaching and Learning in a Post-COVID-19 Era. Concerns about curricular assessment and autonomous learning and teaching. The importance of teaching profession and teacher collaboration, and emphasis on student, youth, and children's participation and rights, protecting the social space of the school in the transformation and of education, free and open source technologies for teachers and students, scientific literacy within a curriculum based on strong purpose, the need to rotate domestic and international financing of public education, and a global solidarity that doesn't achieve current levels of inequality change posed by COVID-19 distance learning assessment. The presentation began with Dr. Tusa Rani Rajendra as the speaker. She talked about a topic entitled harnessing creativity in the language classroom. The guru of creativity, Edward de Bono says the creativity involves breaking out of established patterns in order to look at things in a different way. A creative person is naturally curious, imaginative, able to suspend judgment, flexible, enjoy challenge, a playful optimist, the same problems as opportunities, and is centrally open-minded. The parallel one began to start for the breakout room 2 with 4 seasons of the speaker. Overall, in the parallel room, each speaker brings their own insights and topic for the listeners. Speakers 1, Rosalind Jonas, and Dr. Asma Al-Sakaf, University Malaysia Sabah or UMS. She talked about the effect of analytic text-based writing strategies on ESL, argumentative writing among Malaysians from 6 students in Sabah, Malaysia. Academic writing brings more skills, provides better opportunities to students. Strong writing skills can improve chance to success, accomplish educational and employable requirements. Students have difficulties in presenting and expanding ideas or viewpoints, conveniently lack of knowledge and subject matters, and insufficient linguistic competence. Speakers 2, Eko Sanjaya, Universitas Tanjung Pura. Moderator Dr. Istiqamah, MA, Developing Mobile Assisted Language Learning or MALL material for ESL learners. With the great capability of the internet and mobile phones, teachers can design powerful materials for efficient and effective learning. Mobile-assisted language learning, or MALL, has become one of the popular research are on technology in education for its advantage of flexibility of time and place. Speaker 3, Dr. Iksanuddin M. Home, University Tanjung Pura. He talked about national school book management reform as the foundation of virtual education in COVID-19 pandemic. The reform in our nation affect the reform in our academic system too. It's also a consequence of the balance between the central government and non-central government that affects our academic researches. Indonesia legally distribute ebooks in 2017. Indonesia is accidentally ready for the online learning system after the internet researches the village. We can manage only education more efficiently. Speaker 4, Kehuman University of Information Technology, China, and Dr. Asma Al-Sakaf and S. Derjawing, University Malaysia Sabah. They talk about developing CB3AS, English-speaking teaching module for China's EFL learners of business English major at a private university in China. A professional business English, or BE, one of the branches of ESP, takes a role in connecting English with other business subjects. Issues of ELT in China, speaking proficiency, uneven development, and needs for curriculum reform. ADDIE model analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. CB3ES speaking teaching module themes, text, topics, traits, tasks, and transition. And 3ES awareness, appreciation, and autonomy. And like what I mentioned earlier, there are 2 days in conference right now. I would like to discuss the second day of the conference. The main room began with Yuniarti, MPD, and Rian Yulian, MPD, as the speaker. They talk about a topic entitled Perceived Usefulness, Perceived Ease of Use, and Perceived Enjoyment of Augmented Reality based reading application to attitude and self-efficacy of EFL learners and Indonesian university. Educator must consider the effectiveness and see how technology supports and language learning. Based on the empirical evidence and developing ER as assisted technology reading based on content language integrated learning. And the plenary tree began with Prof. Rebecca M. Alwi, PhD, as the speaker. He talked about a topic entitled Language Teaching in Society 5.0, Technology Savvy as a Must. The teacher remaining the master still, cultural change might be affected by technology and society 5.0. Human teacher will never get replaced by robot because teaching is interpersonal experience. The manufacture of teaching materials and intentional, the teacher has a purpose to improve their students. The theater presentation began with Nur Rahmiani, MPD, and Marwandi, MPD, as the speaker. They talk about a topic entitled Teaching English Through a Bilingual Learning Ecosystem in the Secondary Vocational School of Industrial Technology. The basis of the research is the current industrial revolution that needs specific skills English in the international language bilingual learning ecosystem. The plenary four began with a search for Prof. Pratya bin Matne, PhD. He talked about a topic entitled Access Program, Challenge and Opportunities for the Preparation of Learning English in the Next 5.0 Society. In 5.0 skills, there are multitasking, resilience, agility, communication, and outward mindset to life in the 5.0 society. There are a lot of challenges and opportunity, just as nervousness, lack of confidence, fear, anxiety, hesitation, and not being fluent in English. In teaching, we must provide online teaching, interesting contents and activities, and should be a great influencer. The parallel 2 began to start for the breakout room 2 with 3 sessions of the speaker. Over in the parallel room, each speaker brings their own insight and topic for the listeners. Speaker 5, Nguyen Tran Uyen Ni, University of Orange, Language Studies. The University of Da Nang, UFLS UD, Vietnam. Dr. Asma Al-Sakaf, University Malaysia, Sabah, or UMS. Moderator, Dr. Istiqamah, MA, Investigating Vietnam's ESP Learners Difficulties in EFL Speaking, DGMA, Scaffolding Model as a Proposed Solution. ESP aims to prepare learners to use English effectively in academic, professional, and workplace settings. There are 3 categories of English as a restricted language for academic and occupational purpose, and with specific topics. Very few studies were conducted utilizing a specific scaffolding model. Scaffolding was provided to enhance language skills, especially speaking skills. Unfortunately, I can't join in the rest of the seasons, which as of the season which is parallel 2 that start from 1:45 until 2 p.m. and parallel 3 that starts from 2 until 3 p.m. because at the same time I attended the final test of writing skill development. Dr. Hayu Aprilia Sawati, MED, to Zell Class 2. That brings us to the end of the presentation. I'd like to summarize by saying that TEFLIN conference have many benefits for their participants. It was a great place to learn more about the pedagogic, creativity and innovation and society 5.0 with 3 speakers for each topic. And that brings us to the end. I'm Olivia Hartati. I would like to thank you for your time and attention today. Sir, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.